So 2.5 years ago, I had never heard of the ID model of instructional design. I had never heard of a t-test or conducted a t-test. I had never cited an online image with APA format. I had never worked with a client on an instructional problem. But with my capstone project, I've been able to do all 4 of those things, and even more. My name's Anthony Miller. I'm a 6th grade teacher at Valencia School in Aptos, California. And my presentation is, are you ready for outdoor school? A capstone presentation. But it's only helpful to be ready for outdoor school if you know what outdoor school is. And outdoor school refers to the Santa Cruz County Outdoor Science School. It's located in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And every year, 5th and 6th graders from across Santa Cruz County go and spend 4 to 5 days there, hiking trails, learning about ecology, developing social skills as they live in cabins together, eat meals together. And so what I was looking for is, when I was thinking about my capstone project in general, I was looking for inspiration. And my first original idea back in 2009, it was designing online modules. Like, I really struggled with coming up with a capstone project that I was passionate about. And at first it was, okay, I'm going to design modules on helping students cite images. But then in the spring, I had a class with Nancy Lockwood, and I worked with a client, with Hamid, who will be presenting next, and we worked together with the Community Foundation of Monterey County. And it was just such a powerful experience for me to really work with a client that I thought, wouldn't it be really valuable to use my capstone opportunity to work with another client, and a client that I'm passionate about. And so I had been a naturalist at that outdoor school for 3 years, and not only had I been a naturalist, but I was a classroom teacher bringing my own students up there year after year. And I thought, maybe that's a great opportunity to use the skills that I've used in this program and create something beneficial. And so I began analyzing, was there a problem? Was there something that I could help them with designing instruction? And so at the end of their time at the outdoor school, teachers sit down with the director and the assistant director, and they want feedback about the program. And one piece of feedback that the director or the assistant director got was that teachers were looking for new ways to prepare their students academically with the ecological concepts presented up there. And then when we took a look at the website itself, it gives information about how to prepare, like what clothes to bring, but not in terms of what academic information would be helpful to have when you go out on the trails. And then doing a survey of naturalists and what naturalists, the teaching staff there would like. One of the things that they wished for was if students could come up to the outdoor school with baseline knowledge. It's just amazing to them where they could take their students in their 4 to 5 days there. And so thinking about that, I thought, this is an opportunity to use all the skills that I've learned in this program. Maybe I can design something to help both the teachers prepare their students, but also the students themselves get ready for this amazing experience that a number of them call the best experience of their 6th or 5th grade year. And so the solution that I came up with was to design 3 introductory modules on 3 of the major concepts that the outdoor school focuses on by looking at their curriculum guideline. And so the modules that I focused on for this project was 1 on adaptations, 1 on cycles, and 1 on diversity. And eventually it's going to be hosted on the outdoor school's website for teachers to be able to project in front of their class of students before they go there, for students to be able to access it at home on their own computers, to share with their parents about things that they're going to learn. And so in terms of, so I had my solution. This is what I wanted to do. This is something that I would be passionate about, because with a capstone project, it's something that you're going to spend a lot of time with. So it's got to be something that you want to spend a lot of time with. And so in terms of thinking about how the project was going to be designed, what theoretical framework was I going to use. In my first summer of 2009, I learned about the ADDIE model of instructional design and the different phases of designing instruction being analysis, design, develop, implement, and evaluation. And also thinking, as I was beginning to design the actual modules, to keep Gagne's principles of instruction in mind. And so the design began, and in the spring of this year, I took a class with Charlie Wall's on audio and visual production. And one of the takeaways that I took away from that class was, when you're designing something, it's always important to have a plan. And if you have a solid plan, you'll be set. And so before I began developing the project, I used the 3-column scripts that I learned in that class, designing the visual elements, the audio elements, and the length elements to build and construct the different modules that I was then able to revise as I went through the process. And then in terms of development, I used Adobe Captivate, a program that I first learned in John Ilson's Advanced Multimedia Instruction, which I then used with Hamid as we built the module for the Community Foundation for Monterey County. And Adobe Captivate has been a good thing in terms of being able to create instruction online, but it's also been a tremendous struggle at times because I have it all planned out. It looks beautiful when I play it, but then when I publish it, a picture disappears, narration doesn't go when buttons disappear, and so it's been quite a struggle, but ultimately I'm pleased with what's happened, but we'll see what happens with the demonstration. So the completed project, what does it look like? So in terms of getting feedback, one of the pieces of feedback that I got was, why don't you get some background music to play, to make it a little bit professional. And at the outdoor school, there's campfires, which are part of the program. And one of the songs that the 6th graders really love is the Banana Slug song by the Banana Slug String Band. And so, not being a guitar player myself, but my brother-in-law is a fantastic guitar player, and he made a little rendition of the Banana Slug String Band to kick off the modules. And so when they come to when they access it, adaptations, what that does is it shows a little instructional video on adaptations in the redwood forest, and it takes the kids on a virtual night walk, which they'll experience up at the outdoor school. With the cycles module, when they click there, they have 3 choices. They can go on a virtual hike to learn about the water cycle, a virtual hike to learn about the nutrient cycle, or a hike to go water, nutrient, and the rock cycle. And then with diversity, they get to go on, they have 2 choices as well. They can either go on a hike up to Grandpa's Flat and learn about the common plants of the redwood forest, or they can go to a stream study at the way station. Place names that they'll associate with their time at the outdoor school. But with the demonstration, I want to share with you one part that I'm really proud of is the adaptations part, because it includes I'm going to show a short clip of the instructional video that I created as part of my audio and video production class. So, in the adaptations module, you'll learn many things that will help you get ready for outdoor school. After viewing the module, you'll be able to identify, among other things, the definition of an adaptation, a number of adaptations of a banana slug, a number of adaptations of a coastal redwood, some night walk guidelines to help you prepare for your night hike at the outdoor school, and adaptations of nocturnal animals. If you ever want to go back to the main menu, you can click on the outdoor school logo at the bottom of the page. When you are ready to start learning about adaptations, click on the arrow button. When you go up to the outdoor school, one of the concepts that the naturalist wants you to understand are adaptations. Adaptations are special skills or features that help a living thing to survive.
In this module, you'll go on a virtual night walk and learn about some of the adaptations of animals that are active at night. Before we head out, however, let's take a look at this video of adaptations in the redwood forest. Enjoy.
Adaptations in the redwood forest. Hello, my name is TJ Miller, and I used to be a naturalist at the Santa Cruz County Outdoor Science Fair. It's a fantastic place, and I'm sure that you are going to have a great time when you go there in a few weeks. Before you go, the naturalists there want you to be able to understand some things about what you are going to see firsthand when you go hiking along the trail. One of the most important concepts that they want you to understand is that plants and animals have adaptations. Adaptations are special skills or features that help a living thing to survive. Let's look at some examples. Here's a picture of a Galapagos tortoise. One of its adaptations is its hard shell. Its shell helps it survive because if it feels threatened, it can hide in its shell. So, if I was to give one piece of advice to current or future Miss students, it's use as many opportunities in your courses to design parts of your capstone project. And I think it'll be very, very beneficial. At the end of this video,
after watching the video,
there's a short challenge which
you are now ready for the adaptations challenge. On the next few slides, take a look at the animal or plant and click on its adaptation. Good luck.
So this is just a series of just practice questions related to the video. From this point, the user is then taken on a virtual night walk. And then there's some final multiple choice questions, so it's just to answer this question. So the adaptation of banana slug being slime, and so there's little hints there, or advice there. So then, in terms of implementation and evaluation of this project, pre and post tests were developed for the adaptations and diversity modules. 11 sixth graders participated in testing of the adaptations module, and for that testing, each sixth grader was at their own computer going through the module at their own pace. 16 sixth graders participated in testing of the diversity module, and in that testing, I just wanted to try out what it was like to project the modules up on one screen. And so we all went through the modules together. And in terms of results, I conducted a paired 2 samples t-test. For the adaptations module and the diversity modules, the means increased from pre-test to post-test. And when I conducted the t-test, got the certain t-values, and the one-tailed p-values were both less than 0.001. So I found that statistically there was a significant difference with the performance of students with both those modules. In terms of next steps for the project, it needs to be placed on the Outdoor School website. The Outdoor School staff has gone on vacation for the holidays, so it's not up there yet. There's also possibilities of adding on future modules related to other ecological concepts. If they get good feedback and they want more, that's a possibility. And then the other thing is to, which I'm really interested in seeing, is when students use this and then they go up to the outdoor school, how has that benefited the naturalists up there? How has that benefited the students up there? And that would be really encouraging to hear. In terms of advice that I have for current and future Miss students, choose a project that you're really passionate about because of the amount of time that you're going to be spending working on this project. Stick with your project choice and use as many of the course assignments to add to your capstone project. And then use the expertise of faculty and your classmates. It's been incredibly helpful through this capstone project of sending an email about an online image, or why are my question and answers being jumbled up and getting such quick replies. and I've been very appreciative of that. And then in terms of appreciation to my family, thank you so much for all that you've done and all the patience that you've had for the last 2.5 years. Miss Faculty, thank you for all of your support throughout the entire process, and all the Miss classmates that I worked with. And so, thank you.
I know that this is a county-wide program, these science camps. So have you considered the possibility of sharing this throughout the county?
I'm friends with the former chair of there's the Environmental Education Conference, and there's a northern chair and a southern chair for California, and I'm friends with the northern chair, and so he's ready to connect me with other outdoor schools to see how to for that.
And then one other question: were those banana slugs on your shirt? You were in the video?
Yeah, that was my natural sweatshirt that I used to wear when I hiked the trails. Yeah, I thought about wearing it for this presentation, but I thought otherwise.
Very nice.
Dita, I have a quick question for you. When I was looking at it, I was thinking about an article that I read recently about how mobile devices are making us stupid. And one of the things that you pointed to was this idea that, you know, using technology while you're out there in the great outdoors and so forth, we're losing skills that we might otherwise have. And I see this as a wonderful way to, instead of, you know, relying on it, learning
Right.
through that. And I was wondering if when you were talking to some of the other people about, you know, spreading this around, if you've looked into perhaps making an application as opposed to standalone. So it's kind of not really a question, just kind of
Right.
some thoughts on it. But I was just really impressed with that. And as someone who's not very outdoorsy, I can see it being very.
Yes, very nice.
Thank you.